Where was On About Your Way? Where'd you go?
Well, if I am mistaken, I remember now. That get what I think Mr. Copeland was there, and Mr. Williams instructed me to take. Copeland kept complaining about something. Mr. Williams directed me to take him because he said, "Take him, y'all go down there, y'all. We ain't did that wrong."
Who was it that said that, what you just said?
Mr. Williams told us, he said, "We ain't did nothing, so take Copeland." I think the police kept calling Copeland phone or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Who else besides Mr. Copeland were the police calling?
I don't know. No,
Bless you.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Are you able to tell the jury who it is that Mr. Williams was referring to when he said, "We ain't did nothing wrong"?
I guess me, him, all of us was there. So he was saying, we were telling him that me and Copeland was the accused. So he said, "Take him down now. We ain't did nothing wrong."
When you first got to Defendant Williams' condo on 10th Street or around there and told him you were being accused, did he give you that advice?
When we got to 10th Street?
Yes, sir.
No, he gave that advice when I told him I didn't know was Kenny Copeland going out of town or not, but he gave that advice, I guess, when Kenny Copeland wasn't going out of town neither.
Okay, putting aside Mr. Copeland, just talking about you and Defendant Williams, at any time did he advise you, once you told him they're accusing me of murder, to go to the police station?
I wouldn't have went anyway because I always was...
Not that question. I just need you to answer the question. Hold up, please. At any time before you got in contact with Mr. Copeland, but after you told Defendant Williams you were being accused of murder, did he advise you to go to the police station?
He advised both of us to go to the police station.
Before Mr. Copeland came in the picture,
not on 10th Street, he did not advise me to go to the police station.
What did he advise you to do, if anything?
He really didn't say too much on 10th Street.
Oh, okay. He just went back to go get some jewelry from the other place?
That was, when we got there, that's where he was getting his jewelry, because I guess he was going to do the show in the jewelry, from my understanding.
Okay. How did you said Mr. Copeland was already at the other place when you got there?
No, I never said Mr. Copeland was already at the place, but I know he ended up at the place. He wasn't already at the place.
How long after you all got there did Mr. Copeland arrive?
I don't know the time. I'm not good with time and stuff.
Do you know how he got there?
No, I don't know how he got there.
Did anybody else get there around that same time?
I didn't see anyone else, Ms. Love, so I can't speak on that. I didn't see anyone else.
Did you see Quindarius Zachary there?
I don't remember if Quindarius was there or not. From my understanding, I don't remember was he there or not.
How long did you stay there?
Not long.
What does that mean?
I don't know the estimate time.
Did you leave before midnight?
I don't remember the time, Ms. Love.
Okay. Who all was there at the time you left?
You keep asking me the same question that I already answered. I answered that question for you already.
I need you to answer for the jury.
I said I don't know.
You don't know who was there when you left?
I told you, me and Copeland left together, and my son and my son's mother.
Okay, thank you, but that's not the question that I asked. I am asking you who all was at the second residence of Defendant Williams when you left that second residence?
I didn't see anyone. I just told you that.
Okay. Was Defendant Williams still there when you left?
Yes.
How did Defendant Williams tell you, besides we haven't done anything wrong, how did he tell you to take Copeland to the police? What did he say?
I think Copeland stated that the police wanted him to come down.
Mm-hmm. Did Copeland tell you anything about his girlfriend's father's house getting shot up?
The father, I thought it was the mother.
Okay.
In-law.
Was it a family member of
I
Mr.
already
Copeland?
told you that in the answer.
Okay. So I'm asking you now, during that time, was it during that time that you learned that a family member of Mr. Copeland or his girlfriend had gotten their house shot up?
I don't remember what time it was, though.
Do you remember talking about that with Mr. Copeland and Defendant Williams before you went to the police station?
Not right off the top, I don't know. I can't answer. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Copeland did mention it.
At the time, did you have a cell phone?
Who, me?
Yes, sir, you.
You know I had a cell phone.
Well, the jury doesn't, so
yes,
I need you to answer for them.
All
right. Would you please tell the jury what your cell phone number was?
I don't remember.
If I showed you an Instagram post containing a phone number that may or may not be yours, would it refresh your memory?
You said if you show me one?
Yes, one on your page that contains a phone number. Might it refresh your memory?
Might, but it still probably wasn't my number. I don't know.
All right.
You can show me, though.
It's 425. How many phone numbers have you had since 2015?
I don't know, Ms. Lord.
How often do you change cell phones?
I don't know, Ms. Love. I don't know how often do I change.
Now, I have bad eyesight. I hope you don't. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
I'm going to show you what we've marked for identification as states 425 Yankee and ask you, do you recognize the person depicted in 425 Yankee?
Yeah, I recognize that me.
As you?
Yes.
And is that your Instagram account?
Yes.
Is that a picture you posted on your Instagram?
It looked like, yeah, that's me, but I didn't take that picture.
Okay, I'm not asking you if you took it. You understand?
Yeah.
Are you able to read these tiny words, those tiny numbers?
You probably had to put them on here and let me.
All right, let's get a computer.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Me neither. If I blow it up, is that a post that you made?
It say I made it, but I don't remember that phone number. Ms. Love, I don't remember that number.
Do you remember any phone number that you had in 2015?
I don't remember now phone number I had in 2015. I probably had 2, 3 phones. I don't remember.
Do you remember any digits in your child's mother's phone in 2015?
No, not right out. No.
Do you remember any one of your family members' phone number from 2015?
Not that I know of.
In 2015, who else was posting on your Instagram account?
I don't know. I could say my daughter or somebody. I don't recall. I know my oldest daughter always had my password and stuff like that. So I can't recall.
Did your oldest daughter make the post that you just looked at that's labeled States 425
No,
Yankee?
I think that's my last son.
Uh-huh.
So I probably was around his mother at the time.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
You don't know what?
You said made the post?
Yes.
Yes, I don't know who, I don't recall making the post.
Okay.
So I don't know who made the post.
And there's
on there, but I don't recall making that post.
Okay. And there's nothing about that number that strikes any court in your memory.
I don't even remember that number.
All right.
If you got any things you could refresh, but I don't remember that number.
We'll come back.
Right.
All right. So when you were at Defendant Williams' second residence and Mr. Copeland arrived, you did not, is it fair to say you didn't see how he got there? You just know he got there.
Yeah, I don't know how he got there. I don't remember how he got there, to be honest with you.
And do I recall correctly, you don't even remember what kind of car you had?
Yeah, I don't remember what kind of car I had.
Do you remember whether Defendant Williams had a car or multiple cars?
I don't remember exact what car Mr. Williams had at the time. He had numerous of cars, like you said, so I don't remember.
Okay. Since he had numerous cars, did you ask him, why don't you take him down there?
I didn't ask him because I knew he had to go. He was going to do had to be, I guess he had to be in Miami at a certain time to do the show. So I never asked him why he didn't take him.
Now, was that show a part of that Travis Scott tour that you were talking about? It was a different show.
It was a different show, I think.
Okay. Was that show a part of any tour, or was it just an independent show?
I think somebody booked him for a show. I don't know.
Before January 10th, did you know he had been booked for that show?
Yes, I think we had a discussion about him having a show before January the 10th.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge of where it is that Defendant Williams parked those many multiple cars that he had?
No, I don't have no idea.
Did you have access to drive the many multiple cars that he had?
No, I had my own car.
Do you know, or have you ever discussed with Defendant Williams why he needed to rent cars when he had many multiple cars?
I never even know. I never knew Jeffrey Williams rented a car. So
okay.
Every car I seen him, I thought he owned them himself. So I never knew he rented a car.
So would you have any knowledge about a gray Infiniti Q50 Defendant Williams may or may not have rented or had in his possession around January 10th, 2015?
I never seen that car a day in my life.
Did you ever know Defendant Williams to get cars or secure cars for days when he intended to be out of the city in a different state? In other words, renting a car in Atlanta for 2 weeks or getting a car in Atlanta for 2 weeks when he's going to be gone within a week?
Sustained.
Did you never know of Defendant Williams to obtain access to, in any way, a car that he did not own?
No.
Did Defendant Williams ever talk to you about obtaining or renting cars?
No.
On January 10th, 2015, did you receive any calls from Kenneth Copeland before you saw him at Defendant Williams' residence?
I don't recall if I did.
Do you know, or have any knowledge why Kenneth Copeland showed up at defendant Williams' residence?
No.
Did any other members of YSL show up at defendant Williams' second residence at any time while you were there on January 10th?
I don't recall or remember.
Okay. How did you take Kenneth Copeland to the police?
I drove him.
And where did you drive him to?
I don't know. I think it's Central, right down the street by the traffic court house. I dropped them off on that side street right there.
Atlanta Police Headquarters?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Understanding you don't remember the kind of car you had, do you remember anything about the car you drove him in?
No.
How many cars have you had since 2015?
I can't even count.
You've had more than 5?
Yes. You could look it up in the DMV.
Okay.
If you want
Why
to.
do you have so many cars?
Because I pay for them.
Okay.
That's what I like. I like to buy cars.
All right. Did you go with Mr. Copeland inside the police station?
No.
Why?
Because I always was directed by my attorney. If you're not being arrested, you do not have to talk to the police.
Did you tell Mr. Copeland that?
Yeah, but he insists on going in there. That's his business.
All right. Did you tell Defendant Williams that?
No, man. No, me and Mr. Williams never had that discussion about was I going to go in or not.
But it was Defendant Williams who told you take him down there to talk to the police.
He didn't just say him.
What did he say?
Both of us could have went in there if we wanted to. I decided not to go in there.
So did you, when he told both of y'all to go, did you tell him, hey, my lawyer told me do not go talking to the police?
I didn't have that discussion with Mr. Williams.
Why did you tell Mr. Copeland and not Mr. Williams, if I heard you right?
Because me and Mr. Copeland was in the car together. Me and Mr. Williams just in this place together. When I was taking Copeland, he was just like, I'm going in there. I said, I ain't going.
How long were you in the space with Mr. Williams before Mr. Copeland came?
I don't recall how long it was, Ms. Love.
How long did you all talk about Donovan Thomas's murder before Mr. Copeland came?
We never really talked about it. When I brought it to his attention, he was so focused on the video at the time, so.
Do you remember what Defendant Williams' phone number was, the last 4 digits at that time?
I never knew, not saying I didn't have, never knew one of Mr. Williams' number by heart.
Did you know Mr. Williams to have more than one phone?
He's a rapper, I guess. Like.
Did you personally know him to have more than one phone?
Yes.
What did you and Mr. Copeland discuss on the way to the police station?
We really didn't discuss. He was just saying, I ain't doing it. I was telling him, I ain't doing it and I don't know nothing about it. So I wasn't going to talk to no police.
Okay. And what did you say in response?
What you mean?
When he said, I ain't do it, I don't know nothing about it, I'm going to go talk to the police, what did you say in response?
If you want to go talk to the police, go talk to him.
Did you wait on him after you let him get out?
No, why would I be sitting in front of a police station waiting on him to come out, not knowing how long they're going to be having him with me and my son and my mother uncomfortable?
Had anybody shot at any one of you all?
No.
Is Kenneth Copeland, forgive me for if you've already said this, but I don't remember. Is Kenneth Copeland one of the people you count as somebody you loved back then?
I already answered that question for you yesterday.
I understand. Can you remind me, please?
You just said you...
Is he one of the people that you counted as someone you loved in 2015?
Yes.
All right. And did you have any sense of whether he was putting himself in harm's way going into the police station?
No, I thought going to the police is the safest thing.
All right. Then why didn't you wait on him if it was so safe?
Because he was in good hands.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. Did you go back and pick him up?
No.
Did you call him to check on him while he was there?
I think after he got through, he called me.
And what did you tell him?
What did I tell him?
Yes, sir.
I ain't tell him nothing.
Did he ask you to come pick him up?
No, he had someone else to pick him up, I guess.
Okay. Did he tell you anything that he talked about with the police?
No, he never discussed anything he talked about with the police.
Is that the only time that you have taken Kenneth Copeland to the police station?
Yes.
Have you ever discussed with Kenneth Copeland anything that he told police at any time that he talked to them?
No.
Have you ever discussed with any member of YSL, without giving names, anything that they told the police when they talked to them?
No.
To your knowledge, did Quindarius Zachary ever talk to the police in the months following Donovan Thomas's murder?
I don't know. You telling me something.
I am not telling you. I am asking you a question.
I don't never know if Quindarius was going to talk to the police.
Okay, so is it fair to say you never had a conversation with Quindarius Zachary about anything he said to the police?
No.
What about Demekion Garlington?
No.
All right. At any time, did you ever gain any information about anything any member of YSL told the police in 2015?
No.
Now, you said that you were charged or arrested for Donovan Thomas's murder. Was that in 2015 or later?
I want to say it was October 2015. I was already incarcerated for a charge, and one morning they came and told me I had first appearance. My lawyer ain't told me nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.